This is the only video that you will need to watch for cover letters because I'm going to do 3 things. 1, I'm going to teach you how to write a killer cover letter that gets you interviews. Number 2, write it in a way that you don't need to customize it every time you apply to a new job, saving you hours of your time. Number 3, I'm going to share the exact cover letter that landed me a government job in Canada. Hi, my name is Bani. I'm a career coach and I've helped immigrants land $38 million in job offers. Let me teach with an example sharing my cover letter because it's easier to understand. By the way, this is the cover letter that got me my government job in Canada. Now let's start with the first para, the intro one. Very simple. I've just highlighted 3 skills which are relevant to the role. Then we'll write 3 points which will scream that there's no better candidate than you and will get the HR calling you. So the first thing that you need to do here is to reflect on the top 2 skills required for you to succeed in that role. Let's take a look at my example. So I identified the first skill as copywriting skills because I was applying for a social media role. If you noticed, I just didn't write I'm good at copywriting. I gave an example of how my copywriting skills led to an impressive result. Then I even quantified that result, how many new followers, how much reach, and then in the end I gave an insight so that they know that this was not just one lucky incident. I actually know what I'm talking about. Second point, I identified the second skill set as my research skills. So in this, I mentioned my results and also the direct benefit to the company. For example, IG followers increased, that's awesome, but company ko kya usse benefit mila? So make sure that you write the direct benefit to the company as well. And by the way, Collegiado was my own company. So before we move on to the third point, I just want to reiterate that identify 2 core skills which are needed for you to succeed in that role. And aapko bas likhna nahi hai that I'm good at this. You have to give specific examples. Then you have to make sure that you mention your results or your achievements, and you have to mention those in a way that it shows not just a general improvement, but how did it actually benefit the company that you were working for. Because then you stand out. It shows that not just that you can perform that task, but by having you will bring those additional things. For example, for my point, additional revenue. So anyone reading that would know that yes, I'm good at copywriting, but then I can make money through my copywriting skills, not just increase followers. Now that we have talked about 2 technical skills, it's the time for the third point, which is we'll mention a soft skill. So what I did was I indirectly highlighted that even if there's something on the JD that I don't have experience in, I'm a fast learner and I take initiative, and that's not a problem. I'll learn that as well. And you can see I gave specific examples, so you have to walk the talk. If you just write I'm a fast learner and coachable, that is not enough. So how did you learn something in the past which you had no knowledge about, and give a concrete example of how you learned something in the past without any guidance. And then comes the last line. It's very simple, straightforward. Now here's the part that's going to save you hours of your time. Most people tweak their resume, tweak their cover letter for every single job role that they apply to. And you know, a surprising fact, a lot of recruiters don't even read the cover letter. And you will be like, Bani, then why did we spend so much time watching this video? Because a lot of recruiters, even though that they don't read the cover letter, they sometimes filter out candidates if they haven't submitted the cover letter just to see who's serious and who's not. So there's no point of wasting time tweaking your cover letter for every role. Now if you look at my cover letter, it doesn't talk about the company. It just talks about me, my skills, my results, and my proof. And that wouldn't change even if I apply to this or that company. So you can just prepare one cover letter and attach it everywhere. Now, if you want to learn how to get referrals on LinkedIn, watch this video next.